Really much. This is where Occupy Wall Street is, down this street. It's 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. on Monday, so understandably most people are sleeping.
Friends and then we're back straight down. They have to do what they have to do.
Like even if it's good.
Shut the place down, so we have nothing here to clean. Like it? I was curious about the types of cleaning supplies used. You know? No, it's cool, it's cool.
Work around the corner, but I'm not like Wall Street type.
All right, cool,
I'm
cool.
here to be open-minded.
Yeah, absolutely, me too.
So if you're looking for like people that are gonna be like offensive and
No, I'm not looking for like, you know, ratings or something. Yeah, no, I'm just looking for whatever's here. So yeah, I guess your story, like what brought you here tonight for that sort of thing?
So my true story, what brought me here tonight is that I work around the corner. I'm working a job that's way less than what it should be. I have $150,000 in law school debt. I'm an attorney. Can't find a good job as an attorney right now, so I'm working a real estate job. This is what I gotta do. It's all commission.
Gotcha.
Like $600 last month, you know, like I'm poor.
Sure.
And I had to give up my, not even that nice apartment, but up in East Village. And so I was literally gonna sleep on the floor of my office tonight because I've run out of friends to stay with. I'm homeless, not in like the homeless, but I don't have a place to stay.
Yeah.
So, but I've already come and visited this place a couple times and I've been impressed with what I've seen, and I like the open-mindedness and the free speech aspect, and I agree with a lot of it. So I figured, well, wait, instead of just sleeping on this floor of my office, first of all, my boss might come in at 8 and find me sleeping there and be like, what the fuck? But second of all, I'm like, why don't I come participate with some really interesting movement that I think is a good thing, and sleep out here on the streets, and if nothing else, it's a good memory, but also maybe I'm participating in something larger than myself that's like a really cool thing.
Absolutely.
So, I don't got anywhere else to stay. This seems like an interesting place, and something interesting to be a part of.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah,
I know one thing that I ran into in some other cities was like just trying to figure out how to manage the crowd itself. Like whether, and I was wondering like with respect to nonviolence, I know that in Kansas City they had a discussion there just talking about like, you know, is breaking a window nonviolent or is it not? I think it's violent, but some people are like, well, it's not if you're not hurting a person. You know, I don't know how those things, if those things have been addressed here formally.
I just saw today, like, this is spread around the world, and like the Rome version, they have a different way of expressing rage over there, and there's been like riots and shit, but so the Rome version has turned into riots, and like cars get burned and stuff. And I guess that makes a point, but I think that's a little too much. I think that when you get this bulk of people that just keeps growing, I mean, right now it's like seems like a mellow night, but this movement has been growing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely.
And that has an impact, you know. And it's very hard for individuals to have an impact in the political system these days. So having some outside force, even if this doesn't change everything, it makes a strong statement to some of the people that do run things.
Absolutely.
That there's this whole movement of people that are really dissatisfied. And you can't ignore it at this point.
Right.
You don't have to agree with every aspect of it, but you can't ignore it.
And that's the importance of it. And continuing.
And people have to listen. Nothing else have to listen to some of the arguments. Like even when like the Tea Party happened, I couldn't have agreed with those people politically less. But I was still like impressed by the fact that it was a grassroots movement that like they use their free speech rights, and the fact they're out there making all these arguments that I think are terrible. Well, people listen to those arguments, and then in like free speech, I studied free speech in law school, but like the idea is the reason is it's the marketplace of ideas. So you can say stupid shit, but that means other people get to hear it, and if they decide that that's all wrong, that's better because they've had to now think about it and figure out what's right. So the more exchange of ideas and the more people are out there passionately expressing what they stand for, I think that's really a positive thing for society and does have some sort of change. It gets people thinking, it gets people pushing the norm, and the norm clearly hasn't been working. Right? I mean,
well said.
I'm no radical. I'm
I'm
let's
not.
get rid of all capitalism.
No, and I'm not.
But, like, I'm in the middle where I'm like, capitalism has a very valuable function as like an engine that drives things. But left to its own devices, like a car with an engine that doesn't have brakes or steering mechanism, you just let it go, and it gets out of control.
Sounds like the whole regulation debate.
Exactly. I mean, capitalism, yes, but with heavy aspects of regulation, and the truth is usually somewhere in the middle.
Absolutely.
The old golden mean, as Aristotle called it. But I think it skews now more towards the left is the truth, but it's still somewhere in the middle. There's some, I'm not anarchy, pure socialism, but it's clearly when you look at the distribution of wealth in this country and where this economy is headed and stuff, it's not working. So it's good to have this outside voices. So that's my.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.